To start off on the ukulele, I'm going to be teaching you the strings, and then I'm going to be teaching you a little bit more about playing it. So to start off, if you're right-handed, your strings when you hold your ukulele this way, your first string is going to be your G string, then you will have your C string, then you will have your E string, and then finally at the very bottom will be your A string. So when you're holding your ukulele and going down, you have your G is your first string, your second is your C, your third is your E, and then finally at the bottom is your A. Another thing about ukuleles is knowing where to place your fingers. So your fingers will be placed on different frets, and the frets are where the bar lines cut off. So this will be your first fret, this is your second fret, and your third fret. So you go based on the lines that are cutting it diagonally. Hello, my name is Chelsea Gia, and today I'm going to be teaching you beginner ukulele. So to start off, I'm going to be teaching you the strings on the ukulele and more. So firstly, your strings, when you're right-handed and you're holding your ukulele, your first string at the very top is going to be your G string. Then going down, you have your C string is your second string. Your third string towards the bottom is your E string. And lastly, your last string is A. So once again, you have your G string at the top, then you have your C string, your E string, and your A string at the very bottom. The second thing you need to know about ukuleles is these lines going downwards, so these vertical lines going down, you have your frets. So these separate your different frets on the ukulele. So whenever I mention my chords, I'm going to be saying this is your first fret, this is your second fret. So once again, the lines are going to be cutting to different frets. So I'm going to be teaching you 4 simple chords today and then 2 strumming patterns. So our first chord is going to be our C chord. So our C chord is on the 3rd fret, so you count down 1, 2, 3. On the 3rd fret, you're going to put your middle finger on your A string, so the very bottom string, and you're just going to strum. That is your C chord. Your second chord that I'm going to be teaching you is your A minor chord. Your A minor chord is going to be on your 2nd fret, and your middle finger will play the G string, so the very top string, and that should sound like this. In continuation, your 3rd chord is going to be your F chord. So your F chord, you're going to place your pointer finger on your 2nd string, and your 2nd string from the bottom, which should be your E string. Then lastly, your middle finger is going to go on your 1st string, which is your G string, and that should sound like this. So that is your F chord. And the last chord you're going to learn today is your G chord. So your G chord is going to be played by your 3 fingers. You're going to use your pointer finger, your middle finger, and your ring finger. So your G chord is going to start off on your 2nd fret. Your pointer finger will play your A string at the bottom. Your middle finger is going to play on the 2nd fret on your C string. And lastly, your ring finger is going to play your E string on the 3rd fret. So once again, your pointer finger is going to be on the 2nd fret on your last string, which is your A string. Your middle finger is going to be on the 2nd fret on your C string, and your ring finger is going to be on your E string on the 3rd fret, and that should sound like this. Now I'm going to be teaching you 2 different strumming patterns, and then we're going to put some chords together with our strumming patterns. So our 2 different strumming patterns that we're going to learn today are 4 down plays, and then you're going to learn a different chord. So your first strumming pattern is just going to play downwards 4 times. So it's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now your second strumming pattern is going to add a bit more. So your second strumming pattern is going to be a down, a tap, 2 more downs, and then another tap. So that should sound like this. Down, tap, down, down, tap. So your taps are going to work to stop your strings from playing. So once again, it should be down, tap, down, down, tap. So when you play your chords, for right now I'm going to be demonstrating using our C chord and our A minor chord. It should sound, your down taps should sound like this. Now, if you're going to be playing just downwards 4 times, it should sound like this, using again our C chord and our A minor chord. Now with those 4 chords, you can always find a way to put them together and make your own little song. Next, we're going to play a little ending of the song When I'm Gone. So the only chords you're going to need in order are your A minor chord, then you're going to transition to your F chord, finally you're going to do your G chord, and to end it you're going to do your C chord. So your strum patterns will just be downward strumming patterns. So it should sound a little like this. So this is what your song should sound like. So the last 2 chords, which would be your G and your C chord, you're going to strum downwards just 1 time, slowly, and then to end it on your C chord very slowly. So it should sound like this. When I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to watch all our other videos.